Hey, welcome back to Steamy Films. Lil Boosie, he just seen that Honeykomb got out and Rollo got out. He quickly rushed because he knows the fact that he was not on their side. Remember, he was rocking with J Prince Jr. and all of them, and then now Honeykomb got out. He was supposed to be being taken care of by the whole Prince family. And Boosie, he came out, and after he did everything with Duke the Jeweler, they know for a fact that Honeykomb Brazy and Rollo, they're not gonna go to Boosie because they know how Boosie he has something to do with setting up a lot of people. This is just what the streets be saying. This is what people are talking about right now. Y'all seen how Lil Boosie going after Rod Wave? He's not playing. He said none of the rappers can use any of his tracks or nothing like that, man. This is why Boosie now he's turning to the feds. Like at first, Boosie said he would never go and try to snitch on somebody. He would never try to put somebody locked up or something. And now he going after Rod Wave, saying that he gonna get Rod Wave locked up for using his whole beat and everything like that. This is what Rod Wave was trying to do, was actually pay homage to Boosie and show that he respect Boosie, and he wanted to bring back the sound from the late 90s and everything. He was trying to actually put together a whole thing so that he could work with Boosie, bring him out on the show and everything, but Boosie wasn't feeling none of that. He feel like since he had to go and do the 5-year bid for getting caught up in San Diego, that no one can use none of his stuff and that he's money hungry. He want to be able to take all the bread from Rod Wave, whatever he's making from that, and keep it for himself. Because Boosie, one thing you got to understand is that he's the main guy that's been being looked at for a whole lot of stuff. And now that he got caught up and he's got to finish building his houses, he's got to send all the money to his kids. He already took away his daughter's trust fund. Like, Boosie does not trust nobody. Boosie's in his whole mood and state right now where he's not trusting any single person, including any of the rappers, because he feel like he got set up by the dudes in California. He feel like he got set up by a lot of rappers. He feel like he got set up for the Duke the Jeweler situation, even though he was the one who brought him in to the concert and took him to the dice games and everything. That was his guest. Boosie, he was the one that knew Duke the Jeweler. Duke the Jeweler, he didn't really know J Prince Jr. and everything like that. And so this is why it was Boosie's responsibility to take care of the guests that came with him. And now you see how he's beefing with other rappers because he don't want them to use any type of Boosie sounds or nothing like that. Even though it could resurrect and bring Boosie back on stage, he might get a lot of money from doing tours with him and all this, but he's not thinking about that. He's standing on what he said, and he wants it to where Rod Wave, he's going to have to pay up a lot of millions for this. And so they're going to be going on a continuous battle until they figure everything out, because Boosie really need the bread. Like, remember how he had to come up with $1 million in 48 hours to fix the situation that he got himself into. It's looking like every year that's going to be happening. And now Boosie asking for Rod Wave to come up with $1 million in 48 hours, or they're going to take action and take it to the furthest they can do it. And so this is what's going on right now. The fact that Boosie, he goes on Vlad, and remember, they keep asking him about all the situations when Boosie got his own situation himself. The things that happened to Honeykomb Brazy, his grandparents, the whole beef and everything, they was wrong for that, man. They never needed to do anything like that. All that did was make it worse for our communities and everything. And now everybody in Houston, shout out to Houston, like this video. Let me know where y'all from, who you a fan of. But everybody in Houston and everybody in the South know for a fact that Honeykomb Brazy, man, he has a lot of stuff on his plate. He might want to get revenge. People know that, but he said he's not going to spin the block on them. He's not going to try to go out and actually get back for him or anything like that. He's moved forward from the situation. He's trying to make his money. We just seen Honeykomb Brazy go and pick up his old friend that he seen walking on the road. The dude, he's homeless or whatever, and they just seen him. They was riding in the Escalade. Honeykomb Brazy spotted the dude. He was on live. He rolled the window down. They couldn't even roll the window down because it was a bulletproof Escalade. So they opened the door. It was the dude named D. They told D to get in, and he cashed him out right there. He gave him a ride, made sure he had a place to stay for the next few nights, got him up in something nice. You know, they took him shopping and everything, did a whole makeover, and basically Honeykomb Brazy was trying to save the dude. He seen the fact that Boosie did not do that when this happened to him. And the fact that this is something that Young Dolph did with Grove Hero when he seen Grove Hero sitting on the bus stop. So that's why when Honeykomb Brazy was riding through in his live and he seen D on the street, they had to do something, man. They can't just leave the dude there to actually steal every day. Like, Honeykomb Brazy can't have all that money and then his friends is actually broke living in the streets. This is what every rapper need to understand. When they see their friends that they used to hang out with and they was cool with, never had a falling out, and they're broke now living on the streets, they got to do something to help. This is what it's called, like having the blessings and using it for something good, man. You can't be greedy. A lot of these rappers, they're greedy. They want everything to themselves. They want all the bread to themselves. And so they know for a fact that this whole situation is going to be better than what that beef was pushing, because now Jay Prince Jr. and them, they got to get involved. Jay Prince has to go and make the speech to actually let the two sides rest their case, because he knows for a fact that Boosie, this whole situation with Honeykomb, Brazy, they're going to speak on it. Vlad is going to want the interview. They're going to be asking him about what happened with the beef and, you know, who was the person that did it and everything like that. You got to see that the people who was beefing with Honeykomb and everything and Finesse Two Times was really like doing it at the same time of him. There was beef. Honeykomb and Finesse Two Times was beefing just like how Moneybagg Yo was beefing with Finesse Two Times. It was a lot of stuff that was done, especially with these southern rappers. They in the Chitlin Circus, like they be going to Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas, and everything like that, Mississippi, and all of the rappers from that area, like they all trying to blow up at the same time, and they at each other's necks, man. This is why people got to get along, agree with each other, or do something on business terms to where they can make that money, but they're not going to be negatively trying to get at each other in the streets, having people get hit up. It's too many people that's already lost. There's too many rappers that we had already lost, and so we know for a fact that we got to make sure this does not happen again. This is why the Prince family spoke out. They said, look, on our watch, we're not going to have the right. You see what happened to Takeoff. RIP to Takeoff, man. This has been 1 year since Takeoff, and we still have a lot of rappers that's getting sent up, man. And one thing for sure is that down south, now that Finesse Two Times, he's trying to move different. He said he don't want to do the same thing. Like he had that situation with the car, the rental car, and then they thought that he took it from them and everything. Once he got that set aside and figured out, he basically lost a lot of bread, man. It was a lot of bread loss. You know, the Finesse Two Times shows, and then his whole beef with 1090 Jake. Once 1090 Jake started exposing Finesse Two Times and what the paperwork was showing, he was really trying to get Finesse Two Times to go back and beef with the dude that he told on. Now, Boosie got a lot on his plate. He got many people to deal with. He still has a lot of open beefs, man. And so he got to deal with the whole fact of Duke the Jeweler, Jay Prince, and them, the $1 million, Duke the Jeweler's people's looking for him. And then he got to deal with, on the other side, how he got Tootie Raw, Charleston White, and T.I. had that whole situation going on. Plus the situation with Boosie and his daughter made everything worse. This is what got Boosie stressed out and got him highly upset right now. That's why he keep going on his Vlad interviews to vent. He's not even going on Vlad interviews for fun no more. He's using Vlad as his own personal psychiatric therapist and everything like that. This is why these rappers, man, a lot of times they go to these interviews and they say a lot of the stuff that's their business, a lot of their family business, a lot of their personal business with their careers and everything like that. And so a lot of times you got to understand that Boosie, he's dealing with so many things at so many different angles that it might cause him to snap on one of these interviews. He might yell at Vlad and get mad at him or something like that. He might get mad at a whole nother person. This is why he got mad at Raw Wave. This is why Honeykomb, Brazy and them, they're not going to Boosie. And this is why Rollo, he still has to actually pay his homage to Rollo. Like, Boosie didn't put anything on Rollo's books. All the other rappers said they put money on his books. And so now that he's out, he's like, you know how all the rappers is running to him and trying to get the clout off of him being out, just like the same thing they did with BG, just the same thing they was doing with a whole lot of people that keep getting out now. And so now that Honeykomb is out, Boosie never actually went and helped because with the issues with his grandparents. They all from the South. They all supposed to stick together because it seems like it's a lot of rappers from the South, but it's one tight-knit group because everything revolve around the Prince family. This is one thing y'all got to understand, man.